How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I wanted to do a quick little video for you here today on when I will be putting a decent amount of money into crypto. So I bought some last night. I had some of my buy limits actually get triggered. So I bought some Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance coin. I also bought a couple other smaller ones, but I wanted to go over when I will buy next. Now, of course, do all your own research. I'm not here to tell you what to do because I'm not a financial advisor, all that kind of stuff. And if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I appreciate that too. So I am looking at this Wyckoff distribution here. So if you don't know who Richard Wyckoff was, he was someone that looked at the markets and watched a lot of the larger traders and the ones that were able to move the market and studied what they did. And he found this kind of pattern where we have this spring, a test, and then another uptrend, and then down, and then it kind of goes up from there. Now, what's interesting is this pattern really closely reflects what's happening right now over the last couple of weeks. So you can see this, and you can see the prices over here of Bitcoin, and it's almost perfectly followed this. Now, I'm not the largest technical analysis guy out there. I like paying attention to it, but I don't always let it change what I'm gonna do. Like right now, I'm gonna dollar cost average. I'm just gonna do that. That's of course, if I knew the future and I knew there was gonna be a massive dump, then I would sell. But overall, I'm definitely dollar cost averaging. Kind of independent of what technical analysis says. Now, what price I do that at might be changed a little bit by technical analysis. So let's take a look here. This is actually as of yesterday. So you can see this June 25, 2021. This gives us a little bit more. So one more day to come down, which is today, right? Now is the 26th. We can come down a little bit further to about 31,000 actually, which is about what we hit. So we hit 30,000 last night. This doesn't always follow perfectly, but you can see it pretty much has recently. So what I'm going to be looking for is if we move back up to 37, because that's about where this is over here. If we move to 36, 37 over about the next 3 days, so by Tuesday or so, and then we start to see a downtrend, I'm going to assume we also see another 34,000 right here. So if we see that, and we start to see an uptrend, I will be buying probably around 34. Now I realize we're at 31 right now. I just bought some. I'm still waiting on my account to allow me to get the rest of it. If you guys want, there's a link down there to Voyager. They allow you to get an interest rate on your cryptocurrencies and allow you a certain amount available right away. I just kind of exceeded that. So definitely check that out if you're interested. That's where I'm doing a lot of this altcoin buying, and I'll tell you what I'll buy here in a second. But if we see it go up and then come down, I'll think that, hey, it really is following this pattern. Now, I think a lot of people do look at technical analysis. So that's why it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if we do see it come back down to 34 and then we see some uptrend, I will be buying more around here. Now, that being said, I just bought some here. Of course, I would love to pick up more. If we see it go down from here, I'll pick up more. If it goes back down to 30,000 or less, it's gonna kind of break this trend here pretty significantly, and then I'll be picking up more. Now, how much am I gonna buy around here? Well, let's just say, for example, I have $1,000. I'll probably be putting around 60% of that, so about $600 in, and then keeping some left over, just in case, hey, maybe market manipulators want to set this whole thing up to look like Wyckoff, and traders are doing that too. So maybe they decide right at the end, right when people are starting to buy back, thinking it's going to spring up to the 40s, right when that happens, they're going to dump it or something like that, and then cause all heck to break loose or something like that. Everyone that was banking on it springing up will then have it drop off. So maybe that's what they'll do. If that's the case, that's why I have that other 40% sitting around, where if it falls, then I'll be able to pick up more kind of in the carnage of everything that's happening. Now, if it moves up from there, that's great. I've dollar cost averaged a lot in the last couple weeks, and then we'll have to start dollar cost averaging at a higher amount. But if that's the case, if that is the world we live in, where I have to dollar cost average because it's up at $40,000, and I have to pay a little bit more, that's fine. Thing is, I always think it's important to have some money on the sidelines, first mentally, just because then you know you have some extra firepower, you don't freak out as much, and secondly, so that you can pick up on some deals if you do see them. Now, what am I going to buy exactly? Well, I'll be buying about 40% Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is definitely the least risky of the cryptocurrencies at this point. I'll be buying about 20% Ethereum. So I still think Ethereum is king. EIP 1559 is coming here very soon. It's already on some of the test nets. It's going to be really big when it hits the main net too. Cardano, I'll be picking up about 10% in Cardano. So I'm really bullish on Cardano overall too. My portfolio size has a good amount of Cardano already, but I'd love to pick up some more. I also have some BNB that I want to pick up too. So 10% BNB. So far 40, 20, 10, 10. So that leaves about 20% for the rest. About 10% of it I will keep in stablecoin. So I realize even though let's say I'm putting $600 in this scenario, 10% of that still will stay in stablecoin just so that I have some extra firepower on the sidelines. And that's just what I'm going to do from here on out. Whenever I have let's say $1,000, I'll keep 10% in stablecoin just in case. And then the rest will be split up between VeChain, Voyager, and Polkadot. So those are the three other ones that will be taking the other 10% or so of the portfolio. So those are the cryptos. I also have one other crypto that I'm about to get some of it. I'm not buying it, but I'm going to receive some of it. And I will be keeping that around, which is SYA. So Save Your Assets. It's a very small crypto. So I will be keeping some of it, but it's not going to be as large as some of these other positions. I'm pretty excited about that one. I have a full video, a sponsored video coming out on it tomorrow. But very cool. It's led by someone that's in the 30 under 30 for Forbes. So really cool. But I'm going to hold some of that too. So that's obviously a little bit higher risk. Of course, this isn't financial advice. That one's really small, so it actually has a lot of risk compared to some of these others, but it's only at a very small market cap, so it's called SYA. But I will be buying those, so those I'm gonna put limit orders in, but I'm gonna set them about equivalent to Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin falls 10% or so, or if I'm putting something in like a buy limit on Bitcoin, I'll put let's say it's 10% down from where it is now. So if it was like 35,000 and I wanted to put it at 31,500, I would do that 10% lower for all those other altcoins. They might fall a little bit more in price, but so be it. So I will be placing some of these probably right around where the supports are. So that's what I did yesterday. Of course, Bitcoin broke 31.5, which is where I had my buy limit set, and I knew it's kind of a risk putting it there because if it breaks that support, it could go down to 30, and it pretty much did. But that ensures that I actually get it instead of it going down to, let's say I put it at 30,500 and it goes down to 30,600. Then by the time I wake up, it's at 33,000 again. That would suck. So I bought some of it. Of course, it could have gone a little bit better of a price, but I do like limit orders just in case something happens overnight, because a lot of the time it does. So I have those, but I also have more firepower for when I actually can see it during the market, when I'm actually awake during what's happening in the market. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Again, not financial advice, just telling you kind of what I'm looking at. Again, I'm looking for it to come down a little bit, which we saw today, and then spring up over the next couple days. If it falls back down again and then we see some strength or some support, I'm going to be buying that up. So definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Let me know what you're doing. Thank you. You can check out the link down below to Voyager, again, to get an interest rate and a bonus when you sign up and deposit $100. You get $25 worth of Bitcoin. So definitely check that out if you're interested, and I will see you in the next video.